1. When I conquer, give a spell in your trash flow equal to its cost this turn. You may play it from your trash, so I'm gonna do Death Mark.
Yep.
So 2 and 1. So, banish it, play a Shadow Clone, and burn 3. And then he becomes empowered. And then I'm gonna just action, disempower him, but discard and then draw 1. Yeah. And then Flame Chompers. I think I only drew and I didn't discard. Just so we're tracking, so I'm gonna discard now.
Okay. Because you burned.
Because I burned 3 from that.
You burned 2 from this. That was this and this. And then you burned 3.
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3. So I didn't do the discard.
But then you played Flame Chompers from your discard.
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that would have been my discard. Okay, you're right. I'm overthinking.
Yeah, you replayed this guy from your trash.
Yeah.
So I think you're good.
Yeah, we're good. Thank you. And that is my turn. You're good to go.
You have how many cards in hand? 4.
So we see here, Carnophage has a bit of a board built up on the Shadow Temple, and cg3 is going to move in, activate that move trigger for that Mr. Root, and go to, I believe that is 2 points.
Root, draw. Off the Zon. Pay 1 for a stack deck.
Nice. That's cool how free it is with Void Reaver.
Getting that trigger from Zon Warrens and also getting the stack deck off. Looking for more pieces. The Kha'Zix's ability allowing him to gain as well. Let's see here, the first round, 1 new legend from the set, being the Zed, and then 1 from the Unleashed being the Kha'Zix. Both players having the purple means there's a lot of tempo gain with the ability to bounce back units. We got 1, I believe that's Traveling Merchant at Carnophage's base, and the other 2 units, the other units are over at the Shadow Temple, while there's a Shadow Clone at base as well. New Shadow Clone units, by discarding a card, by banishing a unit from the trash, you're able to give it Assault Force, so really powerful swinging in, but on the defense, it's a 0 might unit, so easier for your opponent to take out.
I'm just going to pass.
Sounds good.
He passes over with, that is 5 runes up. Awaken Phase for Carnophage. Moves over to 2 points with the hold.
You burn 3 as well.
Yep.
And then, burning 3 with the Shadow Temple. This is in benefit of the Zed.
Draws the last step of the beginning phase as well.
Burns one of the red Zeds. So this Shadow Temple card, battlefield, you'd think that it's a bit different, it's a bit difficult to use, but Zed having so many synergies with the new flow mechanic, playing things from the trash, means that it's quite beneficial for this legend. Carnophage has a lot of units up. Just the Mr. Root for the side of CG3. We're gonna have to see. Carnophage is gonna move in with that Shadow Clone and has to banish a unit. Now empowers the Zed off of that, playing after that, playing from the trash. Zed being able to
I'm gonna
empower every time, but we're getting a reaction here.
One purple. I'm gonna play Kha'Zix.
Kha'Zix from the champion zone.
Played. There's only one guy. I get +2.
The isolated target.
Well.
I'm gonna. So I can use reaction.
In reaction,
3.
tapping 3 and recycling 1. Can we star-crossed?
I'm gonna return Flame Chompers and Kha'Zix to hand.
Yep.
Bounces back the Kha'Zix, meaning that the Shadow Clone will still have more might than the Kha'Zix, who was isolated. Great play from carnophage to keep the tempo and the aggression up. Takes out the Mr. Root.
And then Swan Warrens, I'll discard. Flame Chompers.
Discards the Flame Chompers and recycles down to resummon the Flame Chompers that he bounced back to hand. Great use of that mechanic off that discard. However, they are pretty low on that energy, or sorry, on the runes. So next turn they'll only go back to 4 runes, which means that they might not have a lot of energy to continue playing this aggressive playstyle. So we'll have to see if CG3 can punish that. They have the Vex at base. Carnophage is going to activate that Zed Legend ability, discarding 1 and drawing 1, discards a Rebuke, and adds a new card to the hand. I believe, I'm not too sure what that is, but I believe that's another copy of the Flame Chompers. And now it passes over to CG3, only 1 unit up, but has a lot more runes, now on 7 runes to just Carnophage's 2, and only 1 up for Carnophage, so likely not a lot of defensive measures that they can take on their turn. Got some deliberating here from CG3. A lot of options in hand, a lot of energy to use. But there is quite a defense from Carnophage, who has, I believe that is the Purple Cannon, Storm of Shuriken, and the Flame Chompers holding on top of the Shadow Temple, trying to get those burn triggers. Going to see what CG3 can do here. He's going to activate the Kha'Zix.
And then XP to buff Vex.
Buffs the Vex up to, I believe that's 5 power. Sorry, 5 might. Vex apathetic makes it so that if Carnophage plays a unit, it's going to come in stunned and cannot pretty much accelerate into battlefields. See how relevant that is? Seeing Carnophage's deck, it's mostly focusing on that flow package. I'm not sure if they have any accelerate units, but looks like CG3's wanting to make a move into a battlefield, sends it to the Zon Warrens.
Go there.
So 5 might against 0. It defeats the Shadow Clone token, no problem, and now the Conquer Point and the discard trigger.
I'm going to play Fizz for 3 and 1, recycling another one to replay Starcross, targeting Flame Chompers and Fizz.
First gets sent back to hand. Fizz goes back to hand as well for some removal.
And then this Conquer is going to put me at 3 as well. So.
Yep. Did you do the discard Drossman's one?
Yeah, I discarded the Starcross.
Oh, right. Yep.
Now both play about at. There we go.
2 and 1 for Ride the Wind. I'm going to bring Vex there.
Ooh, Ride the Wind over. Still at 5 might. And takes out the Cannon Storm of Shuriken. So that's 2 points gained for CG3. It's 1 turn. Swinging in their favor.
And then I'm just going to go back to base. Yeah. Choose ready from the Ride the Wind.
Okay, CG3 with a pretty big turn.
2 XP for each one for each combat as well. So I should be at 5 XP.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Yep, goes to 5 XP. That is relevant for Kha'Zix. It allows you to bring back some of the exhausted units and continue buffing. The thing about Kha'Zix is that, yeah, it just gives you a pretty generic tool to keep your units safe if they're exhausted, and they, continue to get buffs by spending that 1 XP. Sometimes that 1 might does matter, folks. A lot of cards in hand for Carnophage. Take this next turn. Couple of items. They have the Twilight Step. They're going to tap 3.
I'm going to return up 2 units from...
Play the new spell. Excuse me for not knowing the exact name, but allows you to return 2 cards from the trash to your hand. Still just the Traveling Merchant at base. Not a lot of runes up to make any measures. They're gonna send it in for the Shadow Temple. Move trigger activates. They discard the Flame Chompers and they draw 1 card.
So you can't play him to the Shadow Temple, just so you know, because this is a move trigger and you're attacking, so you don't have control of this to be able to replay.
But it works at this one then.
It wouldn't work at either of them because you're discarding him off a move trigger, so you don't have control of this battlefield, so you then can't play the unit directly to that battlefield. If that makes sense.
Is what it is.
Yeah.
Yep, great.
If you would have been able to do that after, like once you conquer and like you have control of it, so like after conquering you now have control, then you would have been able to do it. That's why, since you had your Kennen there, you can play him there, but you can't do that since it's the move trigger.
Understood. Okay.
Yep, perfect ruling from
That more or less
cg3.
happens before the showdown even starts. Yeah, and then you conquer that.
Yeah. Part of the great community here, cg3. Explaining a little bit of the rulings, but it does mean Carnophage is going to move to 4.
Holy orange, dude. And then draw for turn.
Six orange runes up. cg3 does have a Vex still in the base, the Apathetic, making it so, again, Carnophage can't play any of those accelerated units out if they were choosing to use them. Yeah, again, Carnophage choosing to play the Flame Chompers off that discard means that they're down back to 2 runes. The Vex is sent in.
You're passing on the sword. Zon trigger. Discard Sabotage, draw.
Rengar sent in off the hand. The ambush allowing you to play it to any battlefield, even if you don't have units there. Takes over,
6, 1 for
defeat that, and we're going to update the score, but
recycle 1 to hide a card.
Let's see, 3 taking advantage of that lower energy means that they send themselves to 6 points.
I will pass it over to you.
Only 1 mana up, but it is a pretty scary board to deal with. No ability for Carnophage to accelerate. And the Rengar having that 6 might, extremely powerful, one of the best cards of that Unleashed set. Jumps in on the Shadow Temple, takes out that Traveling Merchant, winning the battle.
And then anything you play this turn can't move and is stunned because of the Vex.
Yep, Carnophage is gonna have to at least take out one of the battlefields. Perfect execution played from Flow. Banish it and tapping 3 to give the Flame Chompers +3 and ready.
5, you said?
Yep.
I go like that, assault 3.
So 6 to 5. You banish the card to your Zed's.
Yep, he is empowered.
Zed getting the Empower off of the playing from
Evelyn.
the Banish.
So I have
Okay,
7.
react with the hidden
Her
Evelyn.
words don't mean anything. She has backline, so Vex has to die before she dies.
Done and done.
With 6 to just
my 1,
believe that is
so that'll
7 might.
Okay. So when Vex dies.
They'll trade over, the Vex going down, but the Evelyn's still alive on the Zon Wardens.
I think that's game next.
And that is the
that
game
whole footage.
1. cg3 holding to 8 points, taking the first win of this Nexus Night on
You
stream.
started getting into Riftbound?
I play a Volibear deck mainly,
Oh, okay.
so it's my first like deck that's like trying to be this aggressive, I suppose.
Yeah, because you play just the dragons.
Yeah. I don't have like or dazzling aura or anything in
Aurora,
it. Yeah. But it is mainly when you can get a couple Herald scales down and play like an Elder Dragon for like 8 mana.
Yeah.
That's pretty sweet.
Now, swapping out the battlefields. A couple of those new battlefields are relevant in the Vendetta set. Have to see what these players choose to side in as well. Maybe it's a little bit more interaction for Carnophage, maybe some different units for cg3. We'll have to find out with this new set of Vendetta. There's a lot of different mechanics, especially the Empower. The discard synergy working out for Carnophage, but did put them down pretty low on mana. On runes, means they did not have enough energy in those later turns to continue their aggression, which is where cg3 struck back after going down early in points. So that's the thing with Riftbound. You got to be wary of those future turns. That big Fizz turn, sending back Carnophage's units, then cg3 bringing it back. That was a big one, and as well as the Rengar, just playing it from hand. So powerful every time your opponent's playing orange, and they do have 5 and the ability to recycle 1. That ambush ability is pretty killer. Very apt as a Rengar in the League of Legends game. Tends to jump out of bushes and just one-shot you, so pretty great character design there. But the Rengar, just really powerful. We've seen it a lot in pretty much every orange deck that is competitive in the last Unleashed set, especially in that Master Yi.
Let's see what happens. Good luck.
Use
I'll take this.
Right, it's going to look like that Hexfield Mine, so when you conquer, you do have to burn more cards. And it's going to be, I believe that is the Snow-Tipped Peak. I might have the name not exactly right, but it is going to start off. And they're going to go for the mulligan.
Minus 2. That's cool as heck. 1, 2. Draw. Traveling Merchant Pass.
You care about cutting runes? Mr. Root.
Turn 1, Mr. Root. cg3 going first. Sorry, that is not Snow-Tipped Peak. That is Forbidding Waste. When a unit is defending here alone, it has -2 might. Turn.
Move trigger.
Yeah, first Traveling Merchant comes out.
Minefield?
Discards the Monk.
Battlefield to its owner's hand. Sounds good.
And sends it back with the Gust. So cg3 stopping that first point gain from Carnophage. Carnophage now tapping 4. And playing, I believe that is these red Zed in hand. Fury Zed. You may discard 1 as an additional cost to play me, which is what Carnophage is doing. And now that means they get a Shadow Clone token. cg3. On 5 runes, their second turn. Just the Mr. Root.
Spend 1 stack deck.
Stack deck adds the Void Assaults to their hand. Void Assaults allows them to move a friendly unit and then move an enemy unit to a battlefield. Mr. Root conquers on the snow-tipped peak.
trigger, 2 XP.
Sorry, the Forbidding Waste.
Yeah, he's passing. Okay.
Showdown occurs, and it is a clean conquer from cg3, netting him the first point of this round. Sorry, of this
This could be a
game.
silly question, but I imagine a unit can't go under 1, right? Like 0 with that? I would imagine it's a minimum of 1.
I believe. Well, it goes to 0.
Oh, okay.
But it wouldn't go to negative.
Yeah.
1. I believe. I could be wrong. Just double checking. A unit can't go to negative might, right? Negative might just represents a 0.
Go to 0.
So in terms of damage calculations and stuff, it can only go to 0, but the game does allow it to go to negative might. So if something gives it minus 100, it will go to minus 100, and then you need the plus 100 to get it back up.
Okay.
Okay, that's kind of cool. Okay.
You can get hit pretty hard with negatives.
Yeah.
There we go. Yep. That's the correct ruling from Ben.
Now we know.
Got up Ben at Taps Games.
That's kind of what I thought it was, but I didn't. I knew it represented a 0. So. I'm just going to pass.
Sounds good.
Right. CG3 passes
Ready up. We'll get
2, or I believe that is 3 mana up. And then it's 5 on Carnophage's turn, as they did have to recycle 1 to play that red Fury Zed on their turn. They're going to swing in with that Shadow Clone, banish the Gust Monk for +4 Assault. And now the Zed is empowered off that trigger. In response, CG3 is going to tap 1, 2, 4, and Kha'Zix from the Champion Zone. And now, since the Shadow Clone is isolated, it gets +2.
That's cool every time. It's going to get me every time, but I'm going to star-cross my Zed and your Kha'Zix. Okay?
Star-cross the Zed means that they managed to get the Conquer, but Carnophage going to not have any units in the backline. That is the first point, I believe, for Carnophage.
I'm going to go 1-2 for a Traveling Merchant. Okay.
Tap 2 for Traveling Merchant to re-up their base.
Pass turn right.
Three for a Lucian. I will then spend 2 and an orange to play Void Assault. Move a friendly unit, then move an enemy unit. So I'm going to move Lucian into the Forbidden Waste, and I'm going to pull your... So you get your move trigger still?
Okay, Lucian going in against the Shadow Clone and the Traveling Merchant, since neither of them are isolated. But yes, the Traveling Merchant gets the discard and draw trigger, but the Lucian clears both.
2, I win at combat, so I get an extra XP. When he conquers for the first time each turn, he gets to be readied. So then he will swing back. I will spend 1 XP to buff him, and I will pass.
CG3 getting a clean 2 for 1, as the token only has Assault, so it's really not strong at defending. The Lucian being able to re-up itself means that CG3 clears the Traveling Merchant and returns it back to base for safety. So very few things that Carnophage can do now to kind of take it out.
I'll play a stacked deck.
Yep.
Tap 1 to stacked deck. Carnophage digging for some answers. There is a Gust Monk from what I can see, and a Shadow Assault. Not sure what that card is in the middle, but I'm sure we'll see it. Out of the 3, they take the card in the middle, which I didn't get to get a good look at. So they're going to now put those other 2 cards recycling back in the deck. Stack deck's just a great way for purple to look for answers.
Now I'll just get my Zed out.
The Zed from the Champion Zone, purple Zed.
Master of Shadows, unempower himself, discarding 1, drawing 1.
And activating the Zed ability to discard 1, draw 1. They discard the Rebuke, and they draw a card to the hand.
And you're tapped?
I am.
Okay. 2 ruins, everything's awakened, channel through.
Fully tapped out. CG3, having the Lucian. Into the minefield.
Go into the minefield.
Sounds good. Round 2.
Sends it to 3 points.
Lucian, Starcross. So he conquered, so he's ready.
CG.
2 and orange for a Void Assault.
Ooh, Void
Targeting
Assault.
Zed and Lucian, moving them to the Forbidden Waste.
They bring each other
So
over.
you're defending, I'm attacking.
That's funny. Yeah, yeah. I got it.
Great play from CG3. There's no energy
go to
for
4,
Carnophage to react, so
gain an XP.
the Zed going down.
Away, pay 2 for a bunny. Pay 2 for a merchant. Pass.
Now CG3 with the advantage, building up the backline.
Walk away, my man.
Great play from CG3.
Game that plays the deck that plays for you instead of playing for yourself.
The Void Assault bringing over the Zed. The card specifies that if they're both at an empty battlefield, you become the attacker. So that means that lone defender Zed went down to 3. The Lucian buffed up was at the 4. Meant that CG3 completely stuffs Carnophage's backline. Great play from them to conquer that. And Lucian is still safe due to the Kha'Zix's ability.
Discard one.
Yep.
Tap 4, recycle 1 red for the red Zed. They discard 1 on play to get the Shadow Clone token and empower the Zed Legend once again. Or sorry, not the Zed Legend, but they activate the ability to get that Shadow Clone.
That's gonna. That'll just be a pass, I guess.
Pass back over to CG3, who has a pretty strong backline.
Awaken. Channel draw.
All runes up. That's 3 cards in hand. I need all the units. That is a Irresistible Feyfolk, a buffed Lucian, and a Traveling Merchant. A lot of lines of play that CG3 could go for here. Feyfolk moves in.
And
the Lucian, the buff.
Into the Forbidden
is
Waste.
5 power.
With the bunny, I'm going to pull in your Zed.
Drags in the Zed with the Feyfolk's ability. Now that it's the surprise defender, it gets -2 as well.
So you are defending, so your Zed's at 2.
Page looking for an answer. 2 energy up.
No, I'm just.
Oh, sorry, 4 energy up.
1, 2, recycle 2.
2 recycle 2.
I'm gonna rebuke Lucian.
They rebuke the Lucian. Still a lot of runes up for CG3. Let's see if they can respond.
I'm going to spend 2 and give the Feyfolk +3 for Grim Resolve.
Grim Resolve. Oh, send 4. It's 4 against 2. Kills the Zed.
So regular combat gives me 1 XP. Grim gives me 2 XP. I conquer there, so I go to 5.
CG3 had a clear advantage here with the ability to just kind of push around Carnophage's units. Looking like they're tapping, possibly for the Lucian in hand. Traveling Merchant sent to the minefield.
Merchant, move trigger, discard, draw.
1.
And then
And showdown happens.
Good.
That's
Minefield,
good.
Discard 2, Fizz, Mr. Roots. I'm going to tap this and spend 2 XP to move the bunny back to base. And I will pass to you.
Now at 6 points.
No,
CG3 just needs to hold one and conquer the other to end the game next turn. So really it's up to Carnophage to clear. Send in the Shadow Clone token. They're going to banish a unit.
Plus monk. Assault 4.
Okay.
He has a lot of runes
You're
up.
passing.
Gonna tap 2.
I'm going to go 2 and 1 for a Ride the Wind.
Ride the Wind.
I'm going to move my Feyfolk.
Tricky here because when the Feyfolk move, it will also drag another unit if CG wants.
I'm going to play this on the Feyfolk, move the Feyfolk here. and then I'm going to pull your Shadow Clone.
Great play from cg3 because now I believe cg3 is the surprise attacker.
Going on, so you can play actions in this showdown if you want, but if you don't want, then this one ends and then this one starts.
Okay, so this one starts then, and that'll put me at 2 to your 1.
You're defending, so you're at 0. You're technically at -2.
It's so weird how that works.
Okay. Surprise defender.
Because I applied contested status to the battlefield, so then I'm the attacker. So like you can do whatever. If you could add extra people, then you'd be the defender. So.
Yeah.
And then I conquer, so then I go to 7.
Yeah, conquer on the opponent turn. cg3 with a great play with that Faith Folk, since it was the surprise defender as explained, and it becomes -2 because it loses the assault from the Shadow Clone token. So the matchup for cg3, the Kha'Zix being able to drag things around and make them surprise defender, pretty great strategy against Carnophage, who wants to go in aggressively.
Yep.
Carnophage looking through the trash to see if they have any flow cards that can turn the game around, as if cg3 holds with just a single battlefield, it is going to be game over, and that is going to be the match. There is a perfect execution, which would be able to ready the Traveling Merchant if they have the runes to play it. Going to tap out of the runes, tap 3 of the runes and recycle 1 to activate the perfect execution. Send it in against the Faith Folk.
Sounds good. So he's at 5.
Discard 1, draw 1 for the move.
Oh, and from the champion zone, from the hand, it's the Kha'Zix. And that is game.
You got it.
Great plays from cg3 on the Kha'Zix. Carnophage tried to push in, but the dragon around cancels out the assault. And that is Kha'Zix taking the first win of the inaugural Riftbound Nexus Night. So, great players from both sides, and cg3 taking it out.
Deep learning curve to Zed